Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
You are about to participate in the most ambitious culinary experiment ever imagined.
This competition is going to test everything.
Adapt quickly to anything. I mean anything. The wildest day of your life starts right now.
Series premiere 24 and 24, Last Chef Standing. Sunday night at 8 on Food Network. Stream on Max.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Jennifer Love Hewitt. Please be on our podcast.
Hi.
Hey, it's Alison. She's here 2 weeks in a row. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We missed a week.
I wonder why. Because somebody
it's your fault.
Somebody, for whatever reason.
You kept eating stinky onions.
No, can't.
Let me tell you a story about Alison real quick.
Why are your glasses so squeaky?
Because they're brand new. And these are, can you hear them?
Yes.
They are brand new, and they are temporary lenses until I get my real lenses. Because the real lenses take 2 weeks to come in. Because my eyes are very special, and they need to be treated as such. And so I'm waiting for my very special lenses to come in. Jennifer Love Hewitt, if you've ever had that problem, would you call us at 254-300-7982? Jennifer Love Hewitt, tell us about your eyeglasses. Man, that was supposed to come out all smooth, and I just got all choppy there at the end.
So,
Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. There we go.
So, what were you going to tell our listeners about?
So, what I was going to say is we are back on the Ghost Whisperer train here, which is something I would not pay a fare for. But
in a sense, you do.
Well,
because you do.
I'm going to pay for it with my very soul. So, this week, you have watched the episode. I have not. This is going to be a full reaction episode from me.
This was such a good episode, too.
The episode. Yeah, can you tell me which episode this was? Which one are we on?
As far as I know, episode 8.
As far as I know. I think it's...
according to what is on the great plethora of megaphone.
Megaphone. Okay.
It is Season 1, Episode 8.
Season 1, Episode 8. Okay. Let me, I'm gonna go to the synopses of this particular episode. And what's he saying, 9 or 8? 8. Either that or he's flipping me off very weirdly. So this is, oh yeah, that's right, because the last one was Hope and Mercy. This is On the Wings of a Dove. On the wings of a snow white dove.
I really wish you would have seen this episode, because...
I'll watch it no matter what. I mean, I've got to watch it. It's just so important.
You would have all kinds of fits about this.
So this says... as Jim connects empathetically to the scary feelings of a heavily tattooed dead ex-con. Is this the guy who was like in front of that burning house or whatever? Wasn't there a ex-con in front of a burning house? Maybe it's another show.
It does.
Oh, who died in his ambulance.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the guy. An ex-best friend from Melinda's past keeps trying to reconnect with her. As the 5th year anniversary of Jim's father's death gets close, Jim begins to act very strangely. Noticing his change in behavior, Melinda believes the problem to be caused by a tortured spirit lurking around. While trying to help Jim, she receives a surprise visit from an old friend that brings back painful memories of times past for Melinda. Played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, who, honestly, if Jennifer Love Hewitt, if you'd like to be on our show, you can call us at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. All right, so tell me all about this one. What happens?
So this is quite interesting.
Okay.
So as the description said, it was Jim's being very
Cagey. Weird.
yes,
Odd.
not his normal.
How so? What is he doing?
He's very like
Touchy-feely?
in a
Crude?
sense. He's more crude, but it's also like if she tried to say something to him, like
He keeps telling a lot of those Man from Nantucket poems that end very badly.
He was just very short with her.
Okay.
It was just like,
So he
I'm
shrunk.
fine. I'm fine. I'm doing good.
I see. Okay.
We're whatever. Like he just blow it off.
Okay.
So it's every episode.
And it's not like him.
No.
Usually he gets on a ladder in the middle of a thunderstorm or, goes out to see his mother? His mother comes in and makes her stay in the guest room while they're changing light bulbs or something.
Funny enough, his mom actually does visit them in this episode. With her quote unquote friend.
Boy toy.
That's a boy, but comes out to be her boyfriend. And it comes out to state later in the episode that it has been 5 years since Jim's dad had passed.
Okay.
And so this is the first man in his mom's life since his dad's passing.
She was growing cobwebs down there, and she had to get up on somebody. Is that how we say that these days? Is that how the kids say it?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, great. Sorry, that was super crude. I have an ex-con in me. I'm sorry.
So throughout the episode, Jim describes, like, I'm not feeling well. I'm experiencing weird mood swings. I feel lonely even though I'm around people I love, care about.
He's going through menopause.
Essentially menopause,
Getting hot flashes, can't sleep at night.
And then he does bring up his dad's passing. He's like,
about my grandbabies. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. You go through menopause. I don't know. That's all I'm thinking of.
So he goes home. He's helping somebody. Gets called out, is having to do first aid.
Okay.
And while he's doing first aid.
So he's on his job.
Yes.
It's very cold. He's having to help somebody. Oh, he gets called out. Not cold out.
Not cold out. Called out.
Okay, so he gets called out on his ambulance. And he goes to visit somebody who has broken their neck off or whatever.
They're essentially having to do CPR.
Oh, okay.
And so his partner is like, hey, come on, let's go. And he zones out. And at this point, it's shown to us that the tattooed guy possesses his body.
Does it look a lot like the guy in the first Suicide Squad movie that's got all the tattoos all over him and he can make fire out of his hands? It looks a lot like that guy, right? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, very much like that. So
this is very much a callback to that original where the guy died in his ambulance or whatever. Okay.
This whole episode's about that guy.
Got it.
Whatever. They're trying to figure it out. Him and Melinda talk about, well, maybe it's this, and this. Well, then they can't quite put it in. And so Jim kind of just cashes it as, oh, it's my dad's, death anniversary, whatever. I'm going to blow it off.
Got it.
Following day, they're doing a mandatory first aid class training. And so all of them are in there. And then for whatever reason, Jim hysterically sees something. Gets up hysterically because he sees his dad. Yeah. His dad's face in the film saying, help me, Jim, help me. And so, and it's starting to come up at him, towards him. And so he's at the back of the class, whatever. So he's frantically getting up, and that's where you get a first glimpse of the guy.
Oh, okay.
I think. But then.
So just real quick, there is I'm assuming Melinda finds out soon?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
So Melinda comes home oh, they told me that you got sent home early. What's going on?
School called him, or his job called him, I guess, and said we sent him home early?
I don't know.
Called his wife?
I don't know if they called her or if it was she tried to visit.
Maybe a spirit told him or her.
I don't know, because early in the episode, she took him lunch.
Oh,
and so when he was leaving, she got a feeling and turned around and saw the guy standing there.
Gotcha.
And then this happened immediately after.
She just dropped the sub sandwich right in the middle of the street. Eek.
No.
You a dangerous convict. Okay, so there's 3 quotes on IMDb from this show. One is from Melinda. She says, "What's a malevolent spirit or two between friends?" Well, hysterical. The second one is, this one says, "About the reasons why Alexis humiliated Melinda back in freshman year of college." We haven't gotten to that. So we'll do that one later. And then this last one says, Jim asking Melinda, "Do you always tell me, when you see spirits, or there's so many of them you don't even mention it?" Melinda says, "Door number 2. You remember that from the show?
Yes.
Okay.
So
those were supposed to be interesting, and they were not.
So this
so he's been. Let me give a small recap, and this recap is sponsored by Jennifer Love Hewitt coming on the show, and she can if she'll call us at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. So this recap is Jim not been feeling well, been acting like a dick. Melinda's called him out on it a little bit. Then he gets called out to help somebody on the ambulance and finds out that the dead guy is in him. Has he found that out yet? Not really, I guess. He just knows he's feeling bad. But we get the flashes in the audience that Tattoo Boy is in him.
Yes.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. And then Jim goes to a class. What's the class again?
So it's like a first aid responder.
So it's like a refresher on CPR and stuff like that.
Refresher course.
So he's that, and then he sees a flash of his dead dad's face in something.
The film
sandwich
and the training. So it's like a video training.
Oh, okay. So he sees it in the VHS they're playing up front, and he freaks out. And they send him home early because he's hysterical. And while Melinda tries to bring him a Jimmy John's, she sees Tattoo Boy and realizes, oh shit, he's inside my husband.
She puts 2 and 2 that Dead Boy has attached himself to Jim.
Because he's holding his pocket turned inside out.
No.
Okay.
So then...
like in prison, You know how they hold each other's pocket if you're somebody's bitch? You grab on a... Do you know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
So in prison, what happens is the guy who is in charge turns his pocket out, and then the guy who is his BITCH holds on to the turned out pocket as like being subservient to him and just kind of follows him around.
That's so dumb.
Oh, well, I mean, it's either that or trade your ass for cigarettes, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, true.
By the way, Jennifer Love Hewitt, have you ever traded your ass for cigarettes? If you have, give us a call at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. Hey, just real quick, by the way, last week was all about Jennifer Love Hewitt vajazzling things. I don't know if you listened to that or not, but she taught 3 different celebrity hosts how to vajazzle their vajazzlers.
No, but I remember... For whatever reason, your wife in your office, and I walked in, you're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I released this episode," and then she was like, "Wait, what?"
The vajazzling? Yeah, she didn't like that at all. No, she's not crazy about beads and trinkets.
Thus led the conversation of that to your wife.
Beads and trinkets in your hoo-ha is not what she's into.
Let me tell you, that was a very interesting conversation to listen on.
Sure, I'm sure. Yeah. She just thinks I'm an idiot. But anyway, go ahead. All right, so we're all caught up.
Yeah.
We're learning CPR. Do you know CPR?
I used to be certified.
Really?
I used to be.
In CPR or something else?
CPR, first aid training.
Oh, okay.
I used to be certified in it.
Really? For why?
For
why? I just asked you. Jennifer Love Hewitt, can you help us with our grammar? If you can, call us at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, be on our show, please.
No. In high school,
screwed it up there at the end just to be funny.
In high school, I took a class that certified you in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was just one of the courses.
When I was teaching, that was one of the teachers across the hall from me. She taught a lot of that kind of stuff, healthcare and all those things.
Yeah, so it was like CPR, fishing license, hunting license, boating license. It was a bunch of
what the hell was this class?
I don't remember, but
it's Get Licensed 101.
It was literally like...
Well, we started by joining a fan club, and then we got our fishing license, and then we got our hunting license, and then we were able to get dishwasher of the month, and then we moved on to CPR.
So in this class, because I never officially took a athletic class...
Oh, okay.
I was always doing like after school athletics, so powerlifting and all that crap.
Yeah.
But that didn't take as a credit. It was always like an extracurricular kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I needed
It's crazy, by the way, but yeah.
I needed an athletic credit in order to graduate, and that class was classified as athletics.
That makes no sense. But,
I don't know, but you got certified in a whole bunch of crap for no reason, and so
Yeah.
I just for a year happened to have my boating license, my CPR license.
Boating license.
I could, if I wanted to drive a boat or
Allison was
whatever.
so damn skilled. She could drive her forklift to the boat, then drive the boat to a man who's dying of heart attack, fix him, and then catch a fish on the way back to the dock.
Hey,
Sure.
if it's a clutch, it's a clutch.
It's a clutch. Okay. All right. I'll remind you of that next time.
Hey, remember, that only existed for 1 year. After
Do you
that,
drive a stick?
do I drive?
Is your car a stick?
It can be.
That's not the way it works, but okay, sure.
So my car is one of those cars that if you move it in a certain gear,
Yeah.
it has that, like it can be a stick.
Oh,
but
I see what you're saying. You can put it like in low gear and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
That's not the same. But
no.
Okay, sure.
My dad did teach me how to drive.
How to drive a stick?
How to drive a stick.
That's really good, though, honestly. I mean, because everybody needs that skill. Just in case.
I was super, super little. I say super little. I was probably like 12.
Yeah.
So
Was the stick bigger than you, is all I'm asking.
Can you just stop?
Oh, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, has the stick ever been bigger than you? If so, please let us know. 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. All right, go.
Anyways.
All right.
Back
Dead
to
guy, bad guy.
yeah.
He's in him, grabbing his bitch pocket. Yep, got it.
So they're in their room doing, whatever Jim comes in, I need to go take a shower. Okay, cool, bye. Comes back in.
He's at home?
Yeah, so
Okay.
they're at home. It's that night.
Be weird in the middle of CPR. You just go, hey, listen, class, I got to go take a shower.
No, so they're at home.
It's getting me all worked up, all this CPR and dying people.
No, so they're at home, and he goes to take a shower. Melinda is watching a very scary movie that apparently they've watched several times, and it's still very scary. Jim comes back in.
She's watching I Know What You Did Last Summer. That'd be kind of cool, honestly.
That would be really cool.
Like you did. I don't know what the yearing is here, or the earing. Again, I'm
Airing?
having trouble with
the airing of this.
It's hard to say I'm having trouble with graphics. I don't know what's going on in my brain. I'm having a small stroke. You know who helps with small strokes a lot is Jennifer Love Hewitt. And if she could call me at 254-300-7982 and help me out with that small stroke, I'd really appreciate it. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. All right, go.
So dumb. So it's now.
This whole show is dumb. What are you talking about? This is the most ridiculous, stupid show ever. But I love it.
We have dumber shows.
Well, that's true.
So can't go too much down that rabbit hole.
By the way, while we're talking about dumb shows, I would like to mention a show that's not dumb, and that is Bibliophobia. Producer Mason, who was behind that microphone you see right there, he produces a show weekly now about books. And you've been a guest on that.
Every episode.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I don't know how much you can be a guest if you're on every episode, but you know what? That's fine.
Well, at one point he says, "Don't come in," and then you're not a guest anymore. I guess I don't know. I would really love that explained to me. What's a guest? What's not a guest? Somebody who's been a guest a lot of times on a lot of shows is Jennifer Love Hewitt. If she could call us at 254-300-7982, Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be a guest on our show.
This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
Hey, fun fact, I popped my back. Anyways.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So they try to plug in like an electrical heater.
Yeah.
Blew out the...
Who's cold?
Jim and Melinda apparently gets real cold in their room.
Well, they got a ghosty draft house.
Yeah, so they try to plug again. See, now you're
plug a can. Sure.
Plug again. Yeah.
Plug a can.
They're trying to plug it in.
Yeah.
Blows out a fuse. Jim goes down to fix it, and during that time period, she sees the ghost.
Okay.
So this is really the first like interaction that they're having.
Yeah. Hey, you get out of my husband. No.
And, well, she tries to be very standoffish, but you can tell it's very awkward. She's like, "I'm not afraid of you. I'm just not afraid of you." And he's just standing there like, "Okay, great." Like this semi-lean, muscular, built dude.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "What do you want with my husband?" And he goes on to say, "It's not you. It's not him that I want. It's you."
It's not him. It's you.
And so that kind of...
It's not you. It's me.
Trips her up a little bit. She finds out his true intentions on what he was doing the night that he had passed. Mm-hmm. He was wanting to go apologize to the family of the son that he had killed.
Did he kill this kid by burning a house down? Why am I remembering that?
I think that was part of the episode, but I don't think it really had much to do outside
I really think I'm confusing that with the guy from Suicide Squad. I think in my head those two are together.
Yeah. So he just says, and he tells her the story of, I was a part of a bank robbery. I tried to hijack a car, and the driver was fighting me, and he accidentally pulled the trigger and killed an innocent bystander.
Oh.
And when he got out, he was trying to go apologize to that innocent bystander's family. And just say, "I'm sorry, I want forgiveness," whatever. So then lights come back on, Jim walks in.
This is how we complete the circle on this one, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So then Melinda tells Jim.
This is one of the first ones that actually makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that ghost has imprinted himself on this person because he was near him and the accident had just happened. You know, this one actually kind of makes sense to me. And he's got true unfinished business. I think a lot of the time when I think ghosts, I think that there was a crime or there was a murder or there was a something, you know, and they have to finish whatever they were doing. So this one actually makes sense to me.
Yeah, and this one, a lot of it has a bunch of folds that you don't really see until the end of the episode.
Like the circus fat lady. A lot of folds you never see.
You know what? Just no. Anyway, so Melinda tells Jim the whole story. Jim's like, he's totally against going to this innocent bystander's family.
I agree.
Yeah,
but sure.
And
because you never know what that's going to end up like.
Yeah, and he brought that exact thing up as you never know. And so she's like, well, we have to try. So
no, we don't, Melinda, but okay, sure. Whatever you say, I guess, since you're the ghost whisperer.
So as this...
You know who the ghost whisperer, did you know who played the ghost whisperer? It was Jennifer Love Hewitt, and if she'd like to contact us, she can do it at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show about you. All right, go for it.
So as this is starting to unfold, this is where her former college best friend starts to play a part in it.
This is where the one that humiliated her in college comes into play. Okay.
So she comes into the shop.
Please tell me she sicks this ex-con ghost on her friend.
No.
Oh, damn it.
So she comes in and she's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Calls Melinda by her nickname. I forget what it was. Andrea seems a little...
Melinda Bear.
I think so. It was like Miggs or Mel.
Okay.
So it was something like...
Miggs.
It was something totally weird.
Yeah.
And Andrea's like, "What?" And so Melinda's like, "Oh, we just had a falling out. She used to be my best friend." Well, she keeps coming around trying to get in contact with Melinda. Melinda finally tells Andrea the true story that they had been best friends since high school. But their first year in college, she told all of their friend circle about her gift. And on Halloween Day, they told Melinda to come as her favorite fairy creature or mythical thing. So she comes as a fairy, and then everybody is dressed up as a ghost.
Is this the opportune time to mention the podcast that you're starting about cryptids?
I mean, yes.
Isn't that a fairy, a cryptid?
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Be on the lookout for Alison's new series called
The Mysteries of the Paranormal.
There you go.
Yeah.
All about cryptids and cryptid type stuff and cryptid hobbies and cryptid hangouts.
Not gonna lie, yesterday when I was trying to record the trailer, for whatever reason, mysteries, I could not pronounce.
Could not pronounce mysteries?
Yeah.
Master mysteries.
I don't know what it was.
Alison, you got to stop getting drunk at lunch. That's all there is to it.
But
this is a workplace, Alison. Put your bottle down. 5 minutes.
I don't know.
You know who I've never heard had a drinking problem was Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she could call us and talk to us about that and how it's impacted her life at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, we know you were never a drunk. All right, go for it. And be on our show.
Yes, please be on our show.
Please be on our show.
Mike would love for that to be sooner than later, but I would like for that to be later than sooner.
It would be nice, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of like, a dog is very, very sick and you have to take them in and put them down. That's what this would be. It'd be a mercy killing for me. Yeah, it'd be great. I appreciate it. Somebody could just squash me and put me out of my misery.
Oh, but where would the fun be in that?
That's true. That's true.
But essentially, Melinda's very picky about who she tells.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And this best friend
so she came as a fairy to the Halloween party.
Yes, and everybody else was dressed
normally.
No, like sheets, like sheet ghosts.
Oh.
To make fun of Melinda.
This was a rally?
This was basically just...
Is this like a KKK rally or something, or what?
This is essentially a party to make fun of Melinda.
Oh, because they found out she can see ghosts.
Yes.
Oh.
So they were essentially just bullying her.
What a turd.
And this is their first year in college. So you could assume that they're between 18, 20, bullying another 18-year-old.
Yeah, that does suck.
And...
Hey, the second quote here about the reasons why Alexa humiliated Melinda back in freshman year of college. Alexis Fogarty says, I kept her secret all through high school. I was practically her only friend at her grandmother's funeral. I've listened to all of her problems all the time. And then Andrea says, Alexis, that's just what friends do.
Yeah. So this is the day after, that was the day after Melinda had told Andrea what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrea, knowing that secret, basically told her that. And it was like, you keep certain secrets from everybody else about that person.
Absolutely.
And so anyway, the whole point of her trying to get in contact with Andrea was to try to get this whole like back end of, please schedule this thing for me and please call me Jennifer Love Hewitt, kind of thing.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Please call me.
At 254-300-7982?
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Perfect.
That was great. I love how you segued into that. That was wonderful.
I try sometimes.
You did a great job, yeah.
Only sometimes.
Good.
But that's kind of going on underneath all this other stuff with Tattoo Boy and everything.
Right. Tattoo Boy.
So Jim and Melinda then go to the victim's parents' house.
Okay. This is the house of the person who was just the family of the guy who was killed by the Tattoo Boy.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
She then kind of explains what's going on, and Jim, having this attachment with the Tattoo Boy, is very affected by him. And she's like, well, this is what's going on, and they didn't take a while. They're like, well, good. It's a good thing he's dead. Like, basically, it's like, he killed an innocent man. He killed someone that would have done good, and what did he do?
Well,
blah, blah, blah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so throughout this time, while Melinda's trying to explain, Jim is feeling this guy's emotions, and he just becomes very on edge.
Okay.
And
so he's feeling the dead guy's emotions, Tattoo Boy's emotions.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it must be overwhelming to him that he's feeling his own stuff plus this guy's stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what's driving him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
And that's really why he's being so dickish and standoffish towards Melinda.
That's my new show. Dickish.
So on their way back from the victim's family's house, they stop to have lunch. And this is where Jim says, I don't know. I always feel lonely, even around people I care about, even even around you in this moment, I feel alone.
Gosh.
Like,
it's kind of depressing.
Yeah. So this is where she finds that out, and she's like, well, it's not your emotions, it's this guy's emotions. And
Jeff the dead guy's emotions. Yeah. Sure.
And so he's
we got to get something on this. Listen to that. That's what it used to sound like in my grandparents' bedroom in the middle of the night. I don't know what they were doing, but I think they like to play jump on the bed.
Mike.
Sorry. Go ahead. Grandma, could you keep it down? Come on, I'm trying to masturbate in here. I'm sorry. Yes, you got it, Mason. I will not move it. He sent me a text. Mason sends me a text and goes, maybe just don't move it. Okay. It's a good plan. I like it.
I like it.
All right, sorry. Enough about my grandparents' sex life. Sure.
So done. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to quit the show. Okay, maybe not. But if I do, please call this.
Susie and Renfro used to really get at it. They were... okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
They were young once, I'm saying, I mean...
You know what? No, Mike, no.
Hey, you know what? I'd love to know about everybody's grandparents' sex life, especially Jennifer Love Hewitt's grandparents. She could call us at 254-300-7982 and tell us about her squeaky posts.
Hey.
Or sexy, sexy grandparents.
Did you get duct tape for us?
No, those were already here. And that's gaff tape. You know the difference?
Well, one's for the gophers and one's for the ducks.
One's more expensive than the other. That's what the difference is. All right, so we got to finish this. Come on.
So
where are we at?
They go home.
Yeah, they stop for lunch after talking to the dead guy's people. Sure.
Stop for lunch, and then they go over, try to figure out. The dead guy's like, "We'll go find my wife. Mm-hmm. She'd be the only other hope."
Don't give me orders, ghost.
So they go over to find his wife. Melinda's like, "Hey, I've been in contact with Julian."
Jeff.
Which, his name is Julian.
Oh, okay.
Which happened, she goes, "Well, how do you know Julian?" And she's like, "Well," and she explains the whole gibberish that...
He stole my diamonds.
The normal gibberish that she gives every person, ask if she can go in.
Gibberish.
The normal of like, I can speak to the dead and this and that. And, so they go in and start to talk, and then Julian's telling her all the normal stuff, like, "Oh, tell her this because only us two would know."
Sure. Yeah.
So they get in the conversation, and then Julian goes over and says, "Hey, by the way, I don't blame you for turning me in." And because he thought that his wife turned him in.
Got it.
And then the son, who it looks about probably 10, comes in, and he says, "No, I did."
What a twist.
Yeah, so then he gets so mad.
I didn't expect that bump in the roller coaster.
So then he gets mad. He's like, "You don't know what you're talking about. If you do, tell me what tattoo he has behind his right ear."
What does that prove?
Because he goes on to explain when I was born.
Wait.
It was a tattoo
they're
dedicated.
Asking Melinda.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were asking his son.
No.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. What tattoos does he have behind his ear? Well, that makes no sense.
The kid was asking, what does my dad have?
Get it.
And so Melinda tells him, clarifies it, is like, "Okay, you're good, you're legit, whatever."
Yeah.
Then Julian...
You've been accepted.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So then Julian goes on to tell his son, "Good job for protecting your mom.
Yeah.
That's what a man should be. Sure. That's what a man should do."
Right.
Despite what their father's doing. And he says, befriend the victim's family. They're an elderly couple.
Okay.
Don't tell them who you're related to.
Yeah.
Don't tell them anything other than...
Just go be nice to them.
Yeah. Just be nice, do good, do what you can.
Okay.
And then disappears.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the end of the show?
Yeah, and so...
God damn it, this thing, it gets me every damn time. Like, I get into the story just a little bit, and then it goes, bye.
Well, and then... So the way he disappears is that he has to pass through Jim's body. Because he's attached to Jim.
Lucky Jim.
And so he has to pass through. So essentially he walks backwards and Jim is walking forward. And so they can go, and then Julian's dead spirit goes up spin through his head.
Ghost sandwich.
Yeah. Huh. And so that's kind of like what happens with that. And then Melinda sits down to have lunch with that ex-best friend.
Yeah.
And
does that work out?
No. Oh. So what she comes to find out is that her ex-best friend is just using her to find her ex-best friend's grandmother's really nice emerald necklace.
Oh.
That's all she wants because of the money.
Hey, I know somebody who can help me find that. That's like her thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Melinda finds out that was her intentions, was just to get the necklace for the money.
BITCH.
Yeah. And then the best friend's grandmother sees Melinda, and she sits there and shakes her head no, like, don't tell her.
Don't tell her where my necklace is.
And so Melinda's like, I'm sorry. I don't see her. Good luck. And then just gets up and walks away.
So she has the last laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sticks her with the bill.
Yeah. And basically, just gets up and leaves.
Got a free sandwich. Sticks up.
And then just leaves.
Wow. Well, what I would like to know, if Jennifer Love Hewitt has ever dashed and dined like that, or dined and dashed, you can call us and let us know at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, have you ever dined and dashed, and could you please be on our show? Well, I appreciate you taking the reins on this one. I appreciate you taking the soul hit that ultimately probably caused, because you've seen this episode more than once, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I had to restart it, and then it's been on pause because somebody didn't want to continue watching it, so we started watching stupid videos.
Oh, I see. At your house? Not me.
Oh, yeah.
This was at your house. I was not at your house watching this.
No, I was so excited to have, start the show, watch Ghost Whisperer, because at this point I would have already been halfway
where I told you what happened with me, right?
Where I left off, and then somebody over here who thinks he's big and bad is like,
I had to get a haircut.
You did not.
I did. I had to get a haircut instead of doing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the haircut you got yesterday?
We had we had all the kids in last night, and they were all over to see the new baby, and which we keep in a small cage at the foot of our bed. And we're keeping a baby tonight too.
A baby?
Just a general baby. We just put a thing out on Craigslist, said bring your baby. Somebody answered. They do every time without a miss. Yeah. The crazy thing is, like, you flood the market with babies, the price really plummets.
No.
Like, you can't sell a baby for hardly anything these days.
What?
It's like your Social Security number on the black market. It's worth like 10 cents or something. Babies, $1.50. Something like that. You gotta get so many babies.
So bad.
Anyway, all right, that was stupid. I'm sorry. So thank you again for taking the reins on that. Thank you guys for listening to us. I hope you made it to this point. And I'd like to extend an exclusive invitation to Jennifer Love Hewitt to please be on our show. And you can call us about that booking at 254-300-7982. Jennifer Love Hewitt, please be on our show. I guess that's it, huh?
Yep.
Kind of done. Mason, thank you for producing. We appreciate it. Alison, thank you for doing your research.
Meaning watching the show.
Well, you did the research. And thank you to me for being here. So
that's full of shit.
All right, we'll see you again next time, guys. And Jennifer Love Hewitt, if you're listening, please call us at 254-300-7982. We love you. Please be on our show. Bye.